Hi, everybody, and welcome to reading. Today is Friday, November 20th. You need page 89 and 90 out of your reading book, or if you're sent home with your pages, that's what we're working on today. And you also need your literature anthology book, which is your big reading book, because we're going to be reading a story out of it today. So, it is the end of the week. We made it to the end of the week. Next week is Thanksgiving. I got my turkey shirt on, ready for Thanksgiving. Yum, I got some pie up here in the corner. Who else is so ready for a holiday week? And just spending time to be so thankful for everything that we have. I know I am incredibly thankful, not just during Thanksgiving, but I'm thankful always for everything that we have. So, we're going to start out by seeing if you can remember some of our vocabulary words from earlier this week. These are our vocabulary words that we've talked about, like the word enjoy, leadership, admire, connections, and rely. Okay? Can you say a sentence using one of these words? I'm actually going to show you the backs of them, so that way you can see them all close together. Connections, admire, leadership, enjoy, rely. Can you make a sentence? Can you say a sentence as one of those? Like, let's see. I enjoy Thanksgiving as a holiday. Or what's another example? I rely on my family to help me make Thanksgiving dinner. Okay, maybe I rely, like I count on them helping me. How about leadership? Like, I see a lot of leadership in my students. I see a lot of you guys who are willing to help others and lead the way and set good examples and be good role models and follow and listen to the rules in your teacher and just be a good leader. I see a lot of good leadership. What was your sentence example that you came up with? Okay, we are going to go ahead and open up our reading book to the page 82, and it says Kids Can Help. Kids Can Help. This is in your literature anthology book, so it's your big reading book that looks like that on the front. Page 82. Kids Can Help. Okay, so go ahead and get here. This is a nonfiction. This means that this is a true story, and you can tell because there are real photographs here, right? There are no drawings. There's nothing made up. They are real pictures. So this is a nonfiction. Remember, it kind of means like not fake. It is real. So we're reading about how kids can help out. Okay, follow along with me as I read. How can kids help the neighborhood? Kids can help grow a garden. It is fun to plant seeds and help them grow. A community garden is a great place to help. The plants are pretty to look at, and everyone can enjoy fresh fruits and vegetables. Good. So see this picture right here. They're helping plant a garden because, of course, it is important to make your town look nice, but to be able to provide fruits and vegetables for maybe somebody who can't grow them, that is amazing. That's a big help. Kids can help clean the playground. They can pick up trash. They can recycle, which means putting it in the recycling bin and being able to reuse it, cans and bottles. Recycling makes the neighborhood clean. Recycling helps our earth too. Instead of just throwing trash everywhere, it helps us reuse and not make so much trash. Do you want to help your neighborhood? Think about what you can do. So here's a list. Now a list is like when you write a few things out of things that you could do or want to do or things that you need. We put them in lines to make a list. We put out everything that we're thinking of. So this is a list. How we can help. So this is the list that she made of what we can do to help. Plant a garden, clean the playground, Recycle cans and bottles. And that's what the story talked about. So she made a list of all the things that a child could do to help. Plant a garden, clean the playground, recycle cans and bottles whenever you have them. That is a good list. Which one of those things would you like to do the best? Or which things do you already do? Do you plant a garden? Do you help pick up around the playground if you see trash or other things? Do you recycle? I know we try to when we're at school. We try to recycle too. So cool. That is a cool list. Can you think of anything else that you could do to help your community? What is anything else that you could do to help your community? Let me know if you think of any ideas. I love to hear your ideas. Okay, if you have time and want to reread that story, that's a great story to reread. There's some big words in there like recycle and garden and plant. Have some really good vocabulary in that story. So if you want to go back and read it, you can. I am now going to move over to the smartboard, and I want you to go ahead and get page 89 out, which actually talks about making lists. We're going to make lists together. So go ahead and get that pulled out, and I will meet you over there. And here we are at the smartboard. Hopefully you have this page out. It should look the same. And it's talking about how we just saw how that girl made a list. We're going to talk about lists. Now, a list organizes things and ideas. It puts them in order. So like if I have a grocery list, I can go to the grocery store and say, okay, I need pumpkin. I need marshmallows. Maybe I need some walnuts. I'm thinking about sweet potato casserole, if you could tell. But that would be a list. I would put it in order of things that I would need. That way I can keep track of it. So we are going to read the words in the box. Place each word in the list where it belongs. Okay, so these lists have two different ideas. We got to figure out which category they belong in. Okay? Things to eat, things to do. Okay, so things you eat or things that you can do. Okay, got it. So we have eggs, sing, ham, read, swim, jam. Okay, things to eat. How about, let's start with the first one. Eggs. Do I eat eggs or can I do eggs? I can't. I mean, it's not like jumping or walking. I mean, I could probably crack an egg, but an egg is something we eat. So eggs, E-G-G-S. Eggs are things that we eat. Cross it off, that way you don't try to reuse it again. Eggs. How about the next one? Sing. Sing. When we sing, is that something that we eat? I don't think I eat sing. Can I sing? Yes. That is something you can do. Sings. Ing. Ing. Sing. Good job. Write it down and cross it off. Let's do one more together, and then I'm going to let you finish the rest, okay? Ham. Do I eat ham? Yes, I eat ham. Some of you might even eat ham at Thanksgiving next week. Ham. H-A-M. And then cross it off. All right, you try the rest. And then at the bottom, it says you get to add one more thing to each list. You get to choose. So you get to choose one thing to eat. You get to choose one thing that you like to do. Add that to that list. You get to make the choice. That's pretty cool. Okay, go ahead and pause me now while you finish this page, and then unpause me when you're ready to talk about the backside. Okay, go ahead and pause me. How did it go? What did you choose? What was something that you chose to add as something to eat or something to do? Ooh, of course I'm still thinking about sweet potato casserole, and the things that I like to do is eating. Or maybe playing games. That'd be fun too. On the back side, this is kind of our writing for this week. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about it, okay? We're going to discuss it because we have one more paper to do, which is our going back and thinking about our story about Nell. So we're going to do that next. So we might not write down here, but we are going to talk about it. So we're going to read this story. Then we're going to use these questions to help. How could, when we when we write that out, how can we make it just a little bit have more depth to it, so it's not just kind of bleh. That way it's interesting to read. Pat's house is clean now. The floor is shiny. The trash is gone. Okay, good story. But we're going to find out what could we add to it to make it more exciting. Okay? So the first question says, what is the story about? Well, I would say the story is about that a house is clean, but we don't know why a house is clean. What details tell about the end of the story? The trash is gone. Okay, well, that's something that happens to help make the house clean, but it's not really an ending to the story. What could we add to the beginning and the middle of the story? So if I were to rewrite this, I would make it into to know why. Why is the house clean? I would say maybe Pat is having Thanksgiving at her house this year. And she had to get ready for it. So she worked all day long. And she had to clean the floors and take the trash out to make her house clean. And then this as an ending could be Pat's house is clean now, the floor is shiny, and the trash is gone. So if you wanted to revise it by adding a beginning and a middle to the story. I still think it kind of needs an ending because I'm glad that the trash is gone, but that doesn't really tell me, did she meet her goal? Was the house clean, and what was it clean for? So if we were to rewrite it, I would definitely add a beginning like that. Or just, if you don't have to include the part about Thanksgiving, because that would be a lot of writing. But you could say, Pat cleaned the house all day long. Pat's house is clean now. The floor is shiny. Maybe I could add, or the trash is gone. And then maybe I could add, her house is ready for Thanksgiving. That would be a good rewrite. That would be good. You don't have to write this, okay? You don't have to write it. But I'm just going to write down my ideas that I had to add to the beginning. And I'm going to add it more towards the end. So I might add that Pat has been cleaning all day. You do not have to write this. I just wanted to talk about it. Pat has been cleaning all day. Maybe that's what I'd add to at the beginning. I'm going to put a number 1 because I'd add that to the beginning. So Pat has been cleaning all day. Pat's house is clean now. The floor is shiny. The trash is gone. And then at the end, I would say, her house is now ready for Thanksgiving. That gives me some more detail. I know why she's cleaning the house, and it gives me just a little bit more to put a picture in my mind so I can actually visualize what's happening. Her house is ready for Thanksgiving. That's maybe what I would add at the end. Oh, it'd be helpful if you could see it, huh? Her house is ready for Thanksgiving. That's what I would add at the end because that really kind of tells me what the story was about and gives me a better idea. Just makes it have some more detail. More interesting, right? Okay, like I said, we're just talking about that. You don't have to write that down. But we're going to do our last page together, and I am just going to read it for you, but it is your comprehension page. I'm sorry I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video, but you do need your comprehension page. There is not a date on the top. These got printed before I was able to put a date on the top of them, but it is Unit 2, Week 4, and we're talking about Nell's books, our elephant that we read about this week. And so this is the story. So I'm going to read the options for you. You circle your best answer, okay? Here we go. Why doesn't Nell go out to play? It's no fun. She doesn't like toys. Reading is better than playing. Number 2, why did the cat, pig, and dog get bored? It was raining. They read all the books. The zoo was closed. Why were they bored? Number 3, what do the friends do for Nell? Start a book truck, give her a present, make her breakfast. Number 4, where does the story take place? In a house, in a pool, at the store. Where does this take place? What is the setting? And finally, number 5, why do the animals shh? No. They want to play. They want to read. They are going to sleep. At the very end of the story, when they're kind of in the truck with her, why do they tell Nell shh? Okay, there's your choices. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I might not be able to see some of you before Thanksgiving, so if you do, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and then I will be back for reading the week after Thanksgiving. So I will see you then. If you have any questions, please let me or your teacher know, but I will see you guys later on. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.